It was these community action agencies that put together the Poverty A to Z exhibit, which you see here today. It was these definitions of poverty come from the people who are on the front lines in the war on poverty and reflect their personal experiences in dealing with the citizens who need the help that they provide. I encourage you, once this is over, to read each of these. You'll be touched deeply by each of the sentiments that are in these definitions, and it certainly gives a perspective and understanding of the day-to-day issues in the lives of the people who are affected by these programs.
Can people physically and mentally be able to get up every day and go to work? If they can't, that's an issue. Do our children have a first-rate education regardless of their zip code? Okay? These are things we talk about. Do they have access to food? Are all our neighborhoods food insecure? So when we think about creating a livable community, we're talking about parts of the war on poverty to continually build on successes on the war on poverty. I mentioned earlier that we need to focus on the second war on poverty. And what does that look like? A combination of creating livable communities, but it also is a combination of understanding that if you look at our promise in terms of the national promise for community action agencies, it says help people help themselves. That's not where we stop. However, it's oftentimes considered as the only thing we do. We are invested in sustainable activities and a living wage job, okay? Not a temp job, not transitional housing. We are working towards those things every day when it comes to resolving the issues when it comes to poverty.
I came to Bluegrass Community Action as a single parent looking to fulfill a Kentucky Transitional Assistance Program requirement, which for most of you all is considered welfare. So I came in, I worked hard, and somewhere along the way found inner strength and self-esteem that I never knew I had. The combination of having such a supportive team of people and working with an organization that does so much good for so many people helped me change my perspective of myself. I'm now in a position to find a good job, which in turn will allow me to give my daughter all the advantages I didn't have growing up. Bluegrass Community Action has given me so much more than I could have ever expected.
But I am honored to, on behalf of our governor and really the entire Commonwealth, welcome you to Frankfort, welcome you to this place, and to extend my thanks to Rob Jones and Malcolm Ranchford and to the entire staff of Community Action, not only for making today a success, but really the work that this network of some 23 community action agencies across our Commonwealth have done every day to bring hope and dignity to our people. You know, from the inception of the Economic Opportunity Act, or as we know it, the war on poverty, you have been frontline soldiers in one of our nation's longest wars. For far too long, access to quality and affordable health care was a luxury of zip code and means. Of the 640,000 Kentuckians who just this time last year were without access to quality and affordable health care, over 230,000 of them now have signed up through the Kentucky Connect program and Medicaid, which I know you all are so instrumental in helping us achieve those numbers. And thank you. And I know some folks here in Frankfort and in Washington like to get caught up in the politics of this, but this is not a political statement. This isn't about the governor or the president or about any of us. It's about the people that we serve. This moment is a moment where access to quality and affordable health care becomes not a privilege of the few, but the right of us all.
It seems like a big task and a big goal, but I can tell you as someone who's been to the food pantry in Woodford County, who's helped out with the backpack program in my hometown, poverty is hard. Poverty is real. Every day people struggle. Our most vulnerable citizens, like Malcolm said, are asking for justice. They're asking for the dignity to get up and do what they can to provide for their families, to get their medication, and to go to school and get their education. I want to thank Rob Jones. I want to thank Malcolm Ratchford. I want to thank Troy and Becky Trent and Kate Hayden. I want to particularly thank Jessica Anderson for coming up here and standing in the rotunda. Jessica, this is the first time I've ever spoken in the rotunda. And to see you come up here with your bravery and your courage and to tell your story means so much to me. So thank you, everybody. Let's give Jessica a round.